Actually, it's not too bad. Some of it's a little bit colder than the rest, but overall it isn't too bad. Mostly it's hot, which is fine. Looks like quite a lot of it is getting a second pass through. To 164. It's actually running out. Wow. Damn it. That's probably just cooled a lot of it. Yeah, some of it is really cool. I can't think of a way that we can get around that though. That's my honest problem. Is there's no way of using something that evaporates. Unless we're using something like petroleum, but then that's going to evaporate at a hotter temperature than the machines can tolerate. It's going to be a tricky one. I really do think it's going to be a tricky one. Where does all the regolith go once it's too cold? The regolith gets fed to my shovels. Keeps them happy. Okay, temperature's dropping up there quite nicely. Okay, dumping some of that regolith now. Some more getting dropped in. Good. Okay, not terribly bad. Ah, there we go. Natural gas, guys, is up and running again. Alright. We should start seeing more polluted water in the system. Go ahead, let's make a second one of these. That'll make things a lot easier for us. Some of this is creeping up, but not fast enough, really. Let's have a watch. How long is that taking to change temperature? It's a slow process. I'll be honest, I am shocked that it takes this long for the regolith to pull this heat up. Saddened by it, I'll be honest. Maybe it's the density of the steam, but I don't think so. I was really expecting that to really start going, but it could be that there just isn't enough steam to gather the heat energy from it, but we're cooling the regolith stupid fast, so that doesn't seem likely. If anything, it's cooling it too fast. Well, I can do a little bit more exploration in the frozen core, and since we've got so much ice down here, I suppose it isn't terribly bad, but I don't want to waste too much of it. There's a bunch of coal over there that we can go and grab as well. Another oily, another sort of oil biome there as well. All sorts of stuff up here. Right, well, time for me to start stripping these areas down. Oops. Over here, got a little bit of something we can have a look at, but there's not too much we can do here because we don't want to breach this area. But I could start coring this little part out and just slowly, little by little, dig as high as we can And then start tearing the scaffolding down, working backwards. That isn't going to work. Okay, we don't go down further on that side. Actually, we want this to be about there. This biome I wouldn't mind getting into, but it's going to take us a long time without going through the abyssalite, and I don't want to waste the usefulness there. I'm really tempted to go in there for those poke shell mods, though. Oof. That is a lot of steel, just proto steel, just waiting for me to make it into its true form. That should be enough to completely core out this area. No. I've learned my lesson. The dupes will never realize that they can never possibly dig through that, and will instead spend all of their time being idiots. There you go. How are we looking up here? Let's get all of that moved across. Well, we've managed to put it up by a few degrees, but that's it. Not exactly what I want, but that'll do for now, I suppose. Is that dropping? Scarcely. Then it's really not dropping very fast at all. Good morning, Valora Hunter. Yeah, you go and sweep for me. Thank you. Or, you know, you could take the copper ore elsewhere. I suppose that also works. Kind of feel that this actually needs to be a high priority, otherwise they're going to... Well, actually, you know what? If you're taking the copper ore... Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. If you're taking the copper ore into the industrial brick, that's fine, because we want that to be hot. Starting to slow down how quickly it's dropping its temperature, though. We're almost at 170 now. I think we will actually go for 175 just to get the system running. We need 2 more Wheezeworts to finish this part off, and then we just want to keep bringing up more and more hydrogen over time, really. So I'm probably going to relocate this down here instead. Stick her in there, right next to it. Well, actually, it can go over there, it's fine. Doesn't really matter where that one goes. But the pip, once that pip has done its job, I'm going to wrangle it and move it elsewhere. I am not going to kill it. It has done a great service for us and has earned its place. Oh, so much right left though. Let's try and grab some of that. Sure, I'll take some more omelets. We're almost up to 3 million kcals now. That's actually pretty nice. Most of it is barbecue. That is pretty normal. Stripping this open. I'm not crazy big on the idea of stripping open that slime biome right now. That's going to cause me more of a problem than I'm ready to deal with. Could always grab those Wheezeworts and just replant ones that I gather from elsewhere over there when I get them. Might be a bit of a better way of doing this, actually. Either that, or just throwing caution to the wind and ninding everything. That will probably also work. But I think I need to start making my plans now on what the next project is going to be. Because once we've got that Regolith steam engine working, I want to get the cooling system properly built, but it may be worth our time maybe trying to tame one of the volcanoes. Because again, the power is really one of the biggest issues that we're struggling with now. So temperature in here. Almost 170. That is fantastic. What do you think, chat? Can't shovels drill through those tiles? These ones? No. I made them of obsidian. It's too hard of a material for them to dig through. So we're going to cancel that. And we are instead going to sweep this. Because once that's there, I don't need to worry about it. We'll just continue to load this up as often as we can. I should have built some temp shift plates in there, really. I'll be honest, I was expecting the Regolith to have a much more explosive effect. And so the fact that it has not has shocked me. Yeah, we've got enough tonnage of Regolith there now that the steam can't cool it down. I think that was the big problem. We needed a lot of it there. Otherwise, when the steam puffed, it was just going to cool it down. We've seen that happening to the iron. The iron will get deposited in here. Oh, dear me. Cancel for now, then. No, you're good. Go back. Thank you. I do like it when that happens. That's actually pretty funny. You can make use of that, by the way. You can kind of bank on the collisions tossing things around. It's an interesting, though very unstable way of doing it. Now I would like to sweep things. Yep, bunch of somewhat cool Regolith going in here. Not really cool at all, but cooler than nothing. There we are. The metal tiles are now 170. Okay, time for us to bump this up to... anything lower than 190 needs to get dumped out. And we'll see how it goes. I think we may be seeing this start the process soon. It needs to rise by another 5 degrees, and then this will kick in. And we'll continue to try and keep it relatively hot, but I'm not entirely certain about that one now. We will slowly increase the gas pressure in here over time, though, because as this draws the gas in and returns it back as liquid, there we go. There'll be a period of time where there'll be a bit of an overlap where there's not enough gas pressure and there's no liquid touching this yet, so more liquid will be added into the system, but it will happen quickly. So it'll only increase by very small amounts over time. And there is probably an upper limit to it as well. Already up to 71 degrees. Mind you, it's got to be the steam over here, but that, you know, that'll happen with enough time. Again, temp shift plates would have helped had I thought about it. If a tube goes out during a meteor storm, can they get hit? Oh, absolutely. They can get hurt. This bunker tile is functionally indestructible, though. So the meteors can't get through that, but they can damage lots of other things. And the duplicants are included in that. Got a lot of Regolith we can move out. Oh my lord, there's 25 tons of regolith there. Yeah, we're not going to have much trouble. We're not going to have much trouble at all. What temperature is it going in at? It is going in at about 230. Okay. Well. Why are you sleeping there, though? Why are you both sleeping there, though? Go home. Oh. Doesn't have enough charge. That's what it is. Yeah. Yep. It's charged with the main grid. What a fool I was. Alright. That's why they're sleeping outside. They can't get back indoors. Oh, I feel bad. Okay. I feel super bad, so we're going to fix this right now. Been wondering why that seems to have been happening for so long. Why am I made of such dumb? We're gonna 9 all of this. Because then we will have a... It'll be charged from the main grid when there's power to, but if the battery drops below a certain amount, then someone will come along and top it up. We'll just keep it going. 71, good. I'm able to get less of the heat out of this regolith now, unfortunately. So it's taking more and more time to do. Make this priority 7 balls. This should just take care of itself at this point. The difference between the regolith we're bringing in and the steam that's already there is too small for there to be drastic differences in temperature anymore, which is a bit of a pain. Okay. Yeah, we need to not be out there anymore for a while, probably. On the plus side, though, we have now finished everything in here. So we need to take this part, deconstruct, this apart, deconstruct, and this part, deconstruct. This will be on 8. Hydrogen, please and thank you. Need more in there. Bringing it up here is a massive pain in the bum, though. It is not happening quickly. But for the time being, given how long it's taking us just to get this up to our operating temperature, I kind of feel like having 4 steam turbines is not going to be necessary for right now. So for the time being, I'm okay with just having it set up as is. Pip, you must be wrangled. Can we get more critters down here? Yes, we can. Perfect. So that pip will be just brought down here, and that'll be that. I need to get some Dracos in here then, as well. Okay, that has been hooked up. Good. Could you come over here if it drops below 75%? Getting into the base is super important, I feel. All hooked up? Yep. I feel so fantastically bad. I didn't realize that was what the problem was. Ah, sure, we'll take some extra oxalite. That's never a bad thing. Right, at this stage, I feel that the base is cooling down. And will cool down on its own. So I'm going to take these away. I don't need them bringing up any more ice. If we can get some Dracos in here, that would be grand. Also, further to that, can we get some tungsten on the pipes in here? Nope. Big fat nope. Okay, fair enough. That is eventually going to break, and oh, this place is going to get so flooded. Kind of need to prepare for that ahead of time. I'm going to drop that a little bit more than 75%. We'll drop it down to 60. I think that should help out a bit. Okay, what's the temperature? 173. Getting there. Very, very slowly, but getting there. Oh, there we go! Oh, I'm so glad I was watching for that. Now, this doesn't matter that it immediately turned off because it's a set reset switch, an SR latch. This is only going to shut down now if the gas pressure in this room drops way too low or the thermosensor drops too low. Either way, currently, the temperature on this tile, and I guess all of these tiles, is hot enough that it's immediately flashing any extra water into steam. So these are quite happily working for a bit now. Okay, well, I would like you to use lead, a reasonably high priority, to get this going. Have that in there so that we've got a container for lead up here as well. There we go. It is working. Good afternoon, Aavak. A pleasure to see you online. Oh, hello, losing my time. Aavak, how are you for sleep and food? That's a funny question. Can we get the pip wrangled, though? For reals? I would like it wrangled and carried out. It is a hero pip. It has done much for us. Temperature in here is starting to rise. Temperature out there, less so. Eventually, this is going to have to kick in, though. The present temperature of the water is slowly rising. Exit loops at 42 degrees. Sorry, enters the loop at 42, exits at 45. It's going to take a bit. Please be moved soon. Oh my lord, the steam's already down to 150? That's painful. Considering how much time it took to heat it up. Ugh. This is not nearly as effective of a system as I was imagining it would be. But it was a learning process, so I'm pretty happy for that, at least. Someone please come and grab this pip. Anybody. What if I make this a higher priority? No, I can't make it a higher priority because then they won't be taken to the correct place. Damn it. Someone come and grab this pip, please. Damn it! Ranches! There's a pip right there. Are you seriously not? You suck. So much. The suckicity of my ranches is truly humbling. Yeah, it's already dropped below the required temperature and has shut off. Damn, that didn't last long. All that time to build up that heat, and it shut down that quickly. For a moment, it was divine. But alas. Well, to be perfectly honest, pulling the heat out of the Regolith isn't that big of an issue. The Regolith generally gets quite a lot of its heat out. Down to 150 by this point. Actually, it's entering there fairly hot, but let's wait for it to come around. It's about 140. So it enters at 200-ish. 210, somewhere around there. And exits at 140. Oof, this stuff is cool. Why is it so cold? Doesn't seem like it should be that cold. Well, there we are. It's 240 again. Bad Boy Rune, hello mate. More than a year. Second year, best year indeed. Hello mate, thanks so much for the support there. And Platinum Toast as well, selling me for sleeping through a whole Aavak stream. Now I have 11 hours of catch up to play. Woo! I hope you enjoy it, mate. But yeah, I was so hopeful that this would be a much more more useful system than it ended up being. But alas. My ranchers not grabbing this this pip there. Very frustrating. I don't want to have to murder the pip, so it just doesn't hang out. It's age 62. How close is it to dropping an egg, I wonder? Probably fairly close. So as long as we take the egg out of there, then we can just outlast it. But I do need this section to be... wait, it's back up and running again. Do it now. I'm tired of playing games. And then once that's done, do this. See, you'll come and wrangle the bloody thing, but you won't take it away. Scoundrels. There we go. Now, I wonder if I should just allow these to run longer. As long as the temperature isn't below 140, you know, I'll get more energy out of this if I let these run at a lower level for a while. Ah, poop. Well, that didn't work. Unacceptable. Oh, it's determined by the critter drop-off point. I was worried that might be the case. Oh, well. The pip can just live in here for a while, then. Aavak, this setup will be more useful when you set up your rockets. You can move rockets to heat the chamber, too. And cover the rest of the top space with solar panels to automatically collect all the regolith from the space. Yeah, I've seen people use the steam from rockets as to power steam engines. Yeah, that might be a way. But I was just hopeful that we'd be able to pull a lot more energy out of the regolith, honestly. Maybe I just need to operate it closer to the temperature, like have it operate around 140, and then keep the regolith in there until such a time that the regolith is below 140. Maybe 150. Might be useful. Either way, let's go ahead and pop in some refined metals. We'll have lead stocked up here. We'll be stocked up there to 7. And now we just need to remove the ladders. Eventually this place will fill up with hydrogen and will be a little bit more useful for us. But for now, it's got a tiny bit. 150 grams of hydrogen per tile. That isn't going to do a whole lot, but you know, it's enough. It's doing a little bit of something. Have a look at the liquid. Going out is 44.8. Coming back, it's 44.4. It's actually cooled down. I suppose that makes sense because these aren't running. So yeah, okay, that's fair for now. Actually, you know what? I don't even think we necessarily need to worry too much about this regolith getting into the system. Seeming to do okay. It looks like an inordinate amount of the regolith is just immediately being ejected. Oh no, there we go. Down here is 160. What about over here? 148. Honestly, that's probably fine. Okay. Well, we've solved some problems that I didn't think of. We've set up the regolith steam room. It is underwhelming. I am sad. However, we have hooked up to the frozen core and are now bringing in much cooler polluted water as a coolant there. We are constantly topping this up so that we've got more coolant in the system. It's doing an okay job at the moment. We're starting to cool down our rooms. I'm not seeing too much of it moving around though. What's this set to? Below 25. Okay, well, we'll see about that in a moment. Let's have a look at the overall temperature of the base. We've been through the mill a little bit in this episode. It got crazy hot in here. It's now down to a fairly respectable 36. I mean, compared to what it used to be. But that is with 3 Wheezeworts operating in here. Domesticated Wheezeworts, no less. So you can't really take too much... you can't really relax too much about that. But we've added a lot of backup batteries and generators around the place. We've got a decent amount of new polluted water entering the system thanks to the generators. Are we actually cooling any of it? Probably not. Most of it coming up here probably doesn't need to be cooled, which is fantastic for us. It saves us an awful lot in terms of power. How is that colder going up? What? Oh, it's because that stuff is actually quite cold. Okay. Down here, seeing a decent amount of cooling going on. It's exiting the system at around 20s to low teens. Well, sorry, mid-teens to about 30s. Low 30s. Overall, it's not too bad. I think we can do a lot better, though. Look at the temperature in here, though. It is no longer the beautiful, chilly place it once was. We have warmed this area up quite a lot. We need to fix that, I fancy. Need to do a little bit more exploration as well. But I'm fairly happy with where we are. I'm kind of sad that we didn't get to really try around with the cooling system over here. But honestly, without power, there's no point. And that's why I focus on the power more than anything else really here. Without power, there's just no point in us getting this system up and running. I did enjoy playing with the ribbons, though, quite a lot, actually. And there's a lot of things that we'll be able to play around with those. But with that, I think we're going to be wrapping the stream up there. We can really fix that by popping open the volcano. See, yes, probably, but... I wouldn't mind trying to tame a volcano. But it's not something I've ever done. I would need to... I mean, I've played around with volcanoes. I understand the theory behind it. But I would need to have a think. I would much prefer to try taming one of the steam vents instead. Like this one. I would much prefer to try and tame that as my first extreme heat producing... well, I don't know. I'm not sure I'd use that for steam. I think I would use that for something else. To use that heat to work with something else. Not sure what I would do with it though, but yeah, I think I will probably, for the next project, it probably will be trying to tame one of the volcanoes. We need power before I can work on anything else. We are at a stage where I would say the colony is largely stable. I don't think we are having problems with oxygen. I don't think we're having problems with water. Especially if we tame one of the steam vents, that will be even more the case. Getting more oil might not hurt. So, and there are a couple of leaky fishes. I think there's at least one. And a few oil wells that we'll be able to go for. Oil reservoirs. At least 3 of those that I'm aware of. And there's more... besides to explore, I should imagine. There's also the saltwater guys are down there that we can play with. There's options. We've got quite a few options right now. We've even got a copper volcano that we can play with. That might actually be very interesting to play with. But I think for the time being, that's going to be it for us. We've got another cool steam vent there. We've got a lot of vents that we can use for this one. But yeah. I am pretty happy with what we achieved. As underwhelming as the Regolith steam room was, I feel that I learnt a lot in constructing it, so I'm still classing that one as a win. And I did actually have quite a lot of fun building it, even if it didn't work out quite as effective as I'd hoped. Someone has made a mess. Where? Well, aren't you a derp? Come on then. Get yourself out. You're lucky I spotted you whilst there was still time. Though, that being said, you are about to suffocate. So, maybe you should dig yourself to freedom. There you go. Run. Run. Don't die. Don't let this be the end of the stream. How dare you? Quickly. Quickly. In you go. Pomp. Breathe. Stupid dupes. Crazy, mad, stupid dupes. But on that note, no deaths. Hooray! And I think there can't be many better ways to wrap up a stream. than that. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. It was a pleasure, as always. I hope you've all had as much fun as I did, and are looking forward to the next stream, which will almost certainly not be this, because I've now got so much backlog. I want to give it a good couple of days to get those up on my second channel. The next one will probably be Horizon Zero Dawn, or maybe a new game that's come out at the moment. But we'll see about that in the future. But that's going to be it from me. So until next time, and as always, from myself and all of the dupes, none of whom have died at this stream. Take care, everyone.